Today's video is on a very touchy subject. Let me begin by saying I think that anyone who is victimized by this disgusting human being needs to get everything that they deserve, and I feel horrible for anyone who is victimized by this scumbag. With that being said, there are some concerns that have been brought to light based on a statement by some of the victims of what could be considered what's called a gold rush opportunity. I'll explain more in just a minute, but here is the video that sparked this controversy.
Several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved.
I'm all about bringing out the list. I'm all about anyone who victimized any of those people to be held to full account and to pay whatever penalty needs to be paid. However, there's a psychological phenomena called the bandwagon effect, and there's also one called mass hysteria that we have to be very careful to wade through. Unfortunately, anytime anyone gets paid for there being abuse, people will come out of the woodwork looking for a payday or some fame, trying to add their name to a list of people who were abused. This can have the effect of diluting what people are actually saying that is true. From what we are told, there is an enormous amount of money at stake here, billions of dollars that are set aside to make sure that victims are compensated. And anytime you have billions of dollars set aside, you're going to have victims that actually need to be compensated. Then you're going to have people that say they're victims so that they can also be compensated, or so that they can get their 15 minutes of fame, or so that they can be on network television, or that they can maybe have a book deal or a movie deal. This happens primarily with what's called the bandwagon effect. This is a psychological tendency for people to adopt behaviors, beliefs, or jump on trends because other people are doing the same thing. It's actually a cognitive bias that originates from a need that we have as a species to belong to a group of people. The fear of being excluded socially is enormous. In addition to this, if you are a person that is on the fringes of society, or maybe you're looking for an opportunity or a reason or a way to be brought into the group that you want to be a part of, this can appear as an opportunity to capitalize on someone else's extremely bad misfortune. As I said earlier, this presents the problem of diluting the actual claims of people who were truly and honestly victimized. There's also what's called a psychogenic illness, which means it originates from inside your head. And this one is called mass hysteria. This happens when people not only jump on the bandwagon, but sometimes they can even begin to manifest physical symptoms without any clear medical cause. And these will spread rapidly through a social group, through something else I did a video about called social contagion. I am not saying that that's what's happening here, but I am saying this is something we need to make sure that we are watching for. The unfortunate thing that happened with the Me Too movement is that many people were just brought in at face value, and anything that they said and any one that they spoke of was taken as truth and was taken as fact. And many people, thousands of people, lost their careers, lost their families, lost their wealth with no proof, but just testimony of being victimized. Sometimes we have to remember that not all witnesses are credible. I'm not saying this particular one I'm going to show you is credible or not, but her story seems a little odd. This involves an accuser named Juliette Bryant. She won a lawsuit, she was paid well, then she said she was abducted by aliens. In addition to that, she gave testimony where she said that Jeffrey Epstein transmuted or transformed into an alien right in front of her. Here's her testimony.
As I've spoken about recently, I saw him shapeshift into something else in front of my eyes. It looked like a sort of reptilian creature, like when I was in the bedroom when he took me there. And what I'm starting to realize is it was probably like an alien creature. And it's hard talking about this because a lot of people think it's crazy. And I would also think it was crazy. But unfortunately, I saw it. And also in New Mexico, I saw a UFO there, and then I woke up in a laboratory with people working on me, 6 people in hazmat suits, or I don't even know if they were people.
Did you get drugged?
I don't actually know. They didn't allow any alcohol or drugs there, but they could have drugged me.
I'm not saying that she wasn't victimized, but what I am saying is sometimes we have to be careful about making sure that people that say something have the due diligence done to make sure it's accurate. Otherwise, people will see it as a gold rush. They will come in to try to get paid, and it will discredit some of the people who were actually hurt. What do you think? Do you think that this is an issue where we're going to see another gold rush for attention and for money and for fame? Or do you think that this is something we shouldn't even have to worry about? Put it in the comment section.